Are you an investor looking for premium market opportunities? Presenting premium and exclusive service for investors by Kalkine.
Good morning and welcome to the ASX at Breakfast. I'm Rachel Jones reporting live from Kalkine Studios in Sydney. The Australian share market is expected to open higher this morning, and that's ahead of a release of the Reserve Bank of Australia's monetary policy minutes, which are scheduled to be out at 11:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. The latest SPI futures indicate that the ASX 200 would open 52 points higher, that's 0.8% higher. Yesterday, the benchmark ASX 200 index declined 0.3% to 6,719 points. Moving on to some interesting news from this morning now, and Fortescue is to spend $9.2 billion to help hit its 2030 net zero target. The company is aiming to eliminate fossil fuel use and achieve real zero terrestrial emissions across its iron ore operations. Fortescue made the announcement at the invitation of US President Biden's First Movers Coalition and the United Nations Global Compact. As a founding member of the First Movers Coalition, today's announcement is a strong step forward for the decarbonisation of heavy industry. Moving on, and the NIB Group today announced it will return a further $40 million in health insurance claims savings to members. NIB Managing Director Mark Fitzgibbon says that more than 600,000 members will qualify for the giveback, will be deposited into members' bank accounts. The giveback is in recognition of members' reduced ability to access healthcare services during the COVID-19 pandemic, he said. The amount NIB members will receive in November will depend on their policy and their level of cover. And Tabcorp Holdings today announced the sale of the eBet business, and they detailed a new monitoring license in Tasmania. Sale of eBet Tabcorp has entered into an agreement to sell the eBet business to Venue Digital Technology, led by Frank Macrillos, for $62 million. eBet is a supplier of loyalty and tracking systems to gaming venues in Victoria and New South Wales. In financial year 2022, eBet generated EBITDA of $4.4 million and an EBIT loss of $2 million. This sale is targeted for completion by the end of the first half of financial year 2023. Tabcorp is also pleased to confirm details of a new exclusive Tasmanian monitoring operator licence that was awarded to Max Regulatory Services to monitor all electronic gaming machines in hotels and licensed clubs in Tasmania. Well, now it's time for a short break, but stay tuned for more news set to affect your trading day.
If you're looking to keep abreast of the biggest stories from the crypto world, the fate of exchanges and crypto hedge funds during the ongoing bear market, and you're wanting to keep up to date with the best and worst performers in the altcoin space and that of flagship currencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum, then Kalkine Media's Daily Crypto Catch is absolutely essential viewing for you. Tune in each afternoon right here on Kalkine Media to get the latest scoop from Anchor to Zerocoin.
And welcome back to the ASX at Breakfast report. Taking a quick look first at the global markets. On Wall Street, the Dow Jones rose 0.65%, the S&P 500 was up 0.7%, and the Nasdaq ended 0.75% higher. However, US Federal Reserve meets scheduled later this week may create some volatility for the markets. Over in Europe, the Stoxx 50 fell 0.03%, the CAC dipped 0.3%, but the DAX rose 0.5%. MSCI's US-centric all-country world index gained 0.38%. Now, US markets are pricing in a 75 basis point hike, with futures showing an 18% chance of a full percentage point increase on Wednesday. Most central banks are meeting this week from Switzerland to South Africa, and they are expected to hike. Oil prices rose yesterday as concerns over supply uncertainty outweighed demand concerns and boosted prices. Brent crude settled up 65 cents at $92 a barrel. WTI crude rose 62 cents to settle at $85.73 a barrel. US gold futures settled 0.3% lower at $1,678 an ounce. That's ahead of the US federal meet. Meanwhile, Bitcoin hit a 3-month low of $18,271, but later rebounded up 0.22% to $19,461. Well, that's all for our ASX Breakfast Report here this morning at Kalkine TV. Have a great day trading. Stay tuned for more market updates and economic news live throughout the day. I'm Rachel, signing off for now.